Hey guys, today we're going to talk about solving polynomials. So we're going to have equations, and I'm going to ask you to tell me what the solutions are. And as a reminder, root solutions and zeros are all x-intercepts. So visually what we're looking for, we're going to have something that looks like this U shape. We're going to get more into the actual graphs of these polynomials, specifically quadratics, next unit, but I just want to show you this real quick so visually you know what you're looking for. We're looking for those x-intercepts, or the places where our function is going to be crossing our x-axis. So what that means is when I'm asking you to solve a polynomial, we are finding those roots or those solutions, right? And the roots of a function are where y equals 0, and that's because that's where our function is crossing that x-axis. So those are going to be where our x-intercepts are. So what does this actually look like when we're dealing with these polynomials? Is I am going to give you a trinomial or some sort of polynomial, and I'm going to ask you to solve. So because we have to solve these, we need equations. We need an equal sign. So what we're going to do is we are going to set these equations equal to 0. Because what we're doing is, again, we're solving for where y is equal to 0. So these, which again we're going to get more into next unit, these are really just equations that we can put on a graph. So what you're really doing is you're creating the y equals part by setting it equal to 0. If that's confusing, I promise it'll get less confusing the more we learn about these quadratics. But what you need to know for now is that you're going to get a polynomial, you're going to set it equal to 0 by literally writing equals 0, and then you're just going to factor like normal. In example 1, I have a x squared minus 2x minus 8, and I just added the equals 0 part, okay? What we're really going to do for now is just care about that x squared minus 2x minus 8, and we're going to factor it like normal. So this is a t-chart method, so I'm going to go ahead and make my t-chart. Negative 8 goes on top of my t-chart. Factors of negative 8 that add to negative 2 are going to be a negative 4 and positive 2. And this is a shortcut method because my a value is 1. So I'm going to go ahead and just write that my factors are x minus 4 times x plus 2. And again, remember the trinomial just turned into these two binomials. So it's going to now equal 0. So from here to actually solve, what you're going to do is you're going to take each of these binomials, set them equal to 0, and solve for x twice. So what I mean by that is you're going to take your x minus 4 equals 0, right? So that came from that binomial. Then you're just going to add 4 to both sides. So one solution, or one place where my quadratic is crossing my x-axis, is where x is 4. My other solution is going to come from my other binomial, so that's x plus 2 equals 0. And now I'm just going to go ahead and subtract 2 from both sides. So my other solution is x is equal to negative 2. All right, let's do another example. In example 2, it's 3x cubed minus 3x squared minus 6x. So I know I'm going to set this equal to 0, but I want to factor like normal. So I see first I have a greatest common factor of 3x. So I'm going to take this, pull it down to the bottom so I don't forget about it, and then I'm going to divide out. So this is going to end up being a x squared minus x minus 2. Again, this is a t-chart method. So what goes on top of my t-chart is a negative 2. Factors of negative 2 that add to negative 1 are going to be negative 2 and positive 1. This is again a shortcut method. So my final factored form is going to be that 3x times x minus 2 times x plus 1. And I'm solving, so this is now going to equal 0. So what I'm going to do is take all of my factors, that includes the 3x, and set them equal to 0. So I get 3x equals 0. Okay, I'm going to divide by 3, so x is equal to 0. That's one solution. I have a x minus 2 equals 0. Add 2, so x is equal to 2. That's another solution. And then I have my last solution of x plus 1 equals 0. Subtract 1, so x is equal to negative 1. And those are my 3 roots.